So I wanted to address Scott's video about the 5.56 AK. Now, first of all, on a conceptual level, I love the idea of a 5.56 AK, mostly because I'm a cheap bastard, and I don't like to buy multiple calibers just because it gets really expensive to do that. Now, with that said, the plot's going to thicken a little bit as I go on. Now, you mentioned that the 5.56 AK magazines are available, and they are quite a bit more expensive. The ones that I've seen are about $50 per magazine. That's up there. That's a lot, definitely the higher end. And yeah, you know, you might be able to afford it if you space out your time and you're able to, you know, purchase them and everything like that. And to be honest, magazines do last quite a long time. They're not super duper disposable items that you shoot once or twice and they're useless. They'll last a long time. I've got AR-15 magazines that probably have been the fucking who knows and back, and they still work just fine. And those are the aluminum magazines too. But let's look at it from an overall economic perspective. You've got yourself a 5.56 AK. What makers actually produce 5.56 AK? Arsenal does, but that's a $1,000 gun. So let's just start out with the Arsenal SLR 106, I believe that's called. It's the side-folding Bulgarian model. So as a baseline. So you've got that in $1,000. The next point that you mentioned is that you want to perhaps adapt it to fire AR-15 magazines. Okay. That's about a $100 upgrade. So you're looking at about $1,200 to $1,300 for a 5.56 AK, and that's without any sort of optic, any sort of anything. At that point, the cost benefit begins to diminish a lot, because at that price, let's see, $1,200, okay, let's just assume it's going to be $1,300 flat. That's what's with all the upgrades you want to do. And I just mean that the magazine adapter. At $1,300, you now have a 5.56 AK that can use AR-15 magazines. Okay, but that's without a light, that's without any kind of optic, that's without any kind of optical mount, that's with any sort of, that's not with any upgrades whatsoever, and that's not with ammo. With something like a Wasser, which is not in 5.56, you get $650, gets you the gun. The rest of that money can be spent either on doodads or whatever the fuck you want, or more importantly, ammunition. So a Wasser and effectively 1,000 rounds, more than 1,000 rounds actually, probably more like 2,000 or 3,000 rounds, depending on where you buy, versus a 5.56 AK by itself. Cost-benefit analysis is pretty poor on that one. And you might say, well, my life's worth that much money. Yeah, it is, and I'm not debating that. But can you get something for cheaper that has equal or better capability than the money that you're spending on that 5.56 AK? Because the Wasser will do a hell of a job defending your life. It really, really will. And if you really want a gun that shoots AR-15 magazines, get an AR-15. You can build them for as little as $800, and they're going to be really, really solid guns. If you looked on Reed Hendrick's latest video, or one of the videos he posted recently about an AR-15, it was a rifle length system. He said he spent about $800 on it, and the rifle lengths are excellent. And that's just the gun. So $800 versus $1,300. I don't know. The cost gap begins to widen and become more of a consideration at that point. All right, Scott, so you let me know what you think. I still like the idea of a 5.56 AK. I just wish it was more economical. Anyway, have a good one.